Welcome to day 142.
I'm not much for side trails. You know, it's enough just to do the AT, but Dismal Falls is a 0.3 off the AT, and it is definitely one of my favorite side trails.
It's a beautiful place, definitely worth the walk. We're 3 hours in, we've come 6.2 miles, and there's no way to describe how dark it is in this rhododendron tunnel. The camera doesn't do it justice.
Right, it's adjusting for the darkness.
Yeah.
It does a good job of that, I mean, but we're going to switch over to the iPhone, which will accurately depict the darkness.
Yeah, it is way dark.
What's for lunch? Ew.
Tuna, peanut butter, Belvitas, Fritos.
Yep.
It's a smorgasbord.
It's sad. I like the Belvitas and peanut butter, but I'm hating this stuff. Our long incline for the day now. It's about 1,300 feet, and then we'll be on a ridge where we'll go up and down another 500 feet.
So we're 5 hours in and we've done about 9.5 miles, but that includes a half-hour lunch break and fetching water, so not too far off pace.
Nope, right on. What have we seen for animals? A beagle?
A beagle.
A beagle. This is one of my favorite views on the whole trail because from here you can follow the ridgeline that we'll be walking tomorrow for 11.5 miles all the way to the end of the ridgeline, and then it drops into Pearisburg. Right down there. I think that's really a good perspective to see what 11 miles looks like. Yep, that's Pearisburg down there. So that's tomorrow night's destination. And then next night, we'll be somewhere along that ridge line. All morning we were going back and forth. Where would we stay tonight? Would we go to Doc's Knob? Would we go back past to go camping? Would we stop at Woods Hole? And you know, we really couldn't decide. So when we got a little LTE, we thought, hey, we'll call Woods Hole and see if they have a private room. We did, and they didn't.
But they have a safari tent.
Yeah, and we thought, hey, we've never stayed in a safari tent before, unless you count Yosemite. We stayed in tent cabins
we
there.
did,
Yeah. Anyway, we thought, hey, you know what? We'll check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out and let you see what it's like. And that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And if we're not here for new experiences, then what are we here for?
The walking.
Alright, 15:52, we've left the AT and we're headed down a gravel road to Woods Hole. And I guess it's supposed to be between 0.4 and 0.5 miles off the trail. So we'll be there in about 15 minutes. Alright, let's see what this place is like. Here we are in the near one of two safari tents here at Woods Hole. So we're on safari. Okay, not really.
We're at Woods Hole Hostel in a safari tent, and
Yeah.
it's quite nice.
It is. There's a little heater in it, which is, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
Yeah.
Queen size bed,
Yeah.
nice little desk. I mean, it looks like a safari tent.
Yes, it does.
Right.
And there are wild beasts just beyond our viewing area here.
Pigs and goats and
The ugliest
hikers in
pigs
tents.
I've ever seen.
And hikers in
Yeah.
tents.
Yeah, the real wild creatures are the hikers.
But it's it's a cute little place.
Yep.
It's actually an old cabin that's been converted into a hostel, and these tents are like supplemental rooms.
Right.
Pretty nice.
There's the original 1880s cabin, and then there's another building that's been built in a way that's very architecturally sensitive to the original cabin. And then there's a bunkhouse that looks like a log cabin. There's just little outbuildings all over the grounds. It's cute. And we were trying to figure out what hostel would it be most like, and there's no other hostel that's like this.
No, this one's kind of unique.
Yeah.
I'm glad we stopped here. We hemmed and hawed about that
I
all
know.
day.
Well, we've stayed in a lot of places lately, and tonight was like the first night where we thought our gear would probably be perfectly adequate for the temperatures. But we were headed to a shelter that doesn't have a lot of tenting space,
No.
and or we were heading to a place where we'd have to carry a lot of water in. And this place has it has history. We've been to the Doyle, we've been to Standing Bear, we've been to Shaw's. How could we walk past Woods Hole and not stop in and check it out? Yeah. And so we're going to stay in this tent tonight. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be very comfortable. It does have a power
Power strip, one extension cord.
It's got one of these like outdoor extension cords that people use for their weed whackers and stuff, running to the tent, and then there's once you get inside the tent, there's a power strip hooked up to it. So we'll have heat and a way to charge devices tonight.
Yeah. So perfectly comfortable. How about the walk today? It was nice.
It was, yeah. We knew that there would be like this 6-mile section that would be perfectly comfortable walking, and we knew there was going to be a 1,500-foot climb, and it all went pretty well. I will say that for some reason, first thing in the morning, my knee just gives me fits, but about an hour into it, thanks to Advil, everything just cleared up, and from there on I just walked like normal, and there was not a twinge, not so much as a twinge. So I did find a knee brace in a hiker box, but I decided to just try to go without.
It's probably a good idea.
I don't know, it's in the hiker box, it must be good, right?
It's in the hiker box because somebody didn't want it anymore.
So hiker boxes are these treasure chests of discarded items, and you never know what's going to be inside a hiker box. One thing that's very common inside a hiker box is cans of fuel that are too low to carry anymore.
Yes.
So maybe you can get one little boil out of it, but so it still has a little gas in it, but not enough to.
Oatmeal.
Oh, rock flipper.
Oatmeal everywhere.
There's oatmeal. A lot of times there's like homemade kind of stuff that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sure it's fine, but.
Somebody doesn't want it anymore.
How long has it been in there?
Doesn't have a born on date.
The hiker box here actually has tents and a trekking pole, so somebody just flat gave up here at
Wow.
home.
Yikes.
Yeah, so you never know. There's clothing and all kinds of stuff in hiker boxes. I always paw through because sometimes the answer to your problem is in the hiker box.
Tip for my trekking pole.
Yeah.
The tip broke off and I needed one of those little walking feet.
A lot of times the Sawyer back flush syringes are in there. So you pull it out of the hiker box, flush your filter, get it cleaned out, and then put the syringe back in the hiker box.
Mm-hmm.
Easy as can be. So it's getting dark and chilly. We've got a beautiful view. We're supposed to get a pretty sunrise in the morning, so that'll be nice.
And we'll be leaving right after the sun peaks up over there.
Yeah, because tomorrow's a Nero.
Yeah.
Yeah, yay.
I think 11 and a half, 12 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, all the bits on the front end and the back end.
Yeah. So today, how much extra mileage did we pick up? That doesn't count.
We did 0.6 in and out of Dismal Falls.
Mm-hmm. 0.4 to get from the other hostel and 0.4 to get to this hostel.
I think that's probably
So
close.
about a mile and a half,
Yeah.
just shy of a mile and a half extra that doesn't count.
Just
But Dismal Falls is worth it because you can make up the time when you're walking that next 6-mile stretch that's so even and nice and cushy.
and we were cruising. I mean, there was 1 hour there where we did a little over 3 miles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can really get moving. You're down in those Rhododendron Tunnels. Oh, they're so dark.
That was
It's
funny.
like, I almost need a flashlight in there. It's midday.
Yeah,
That was
it's
pretty
funny.
funny.
But beautiful weather. We've had such nice days.
Yeah.
So it's easy to get bigger miles when you've got a pretty day.
Yeah. Hopefully the weather will hold for us.
Hopefully.
We've been lucky.
Yeah.
Had, what, 5 days of good weather in a row?
Has it been that many?
Yeah. I have to count the places we've stayed. No.
Yeah, I know.
It was 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Of really, really nice weather. So we're due a nasty day here soon.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.